The tomb of China's first emperor might be booby-trapped with mercury. Qin Shi Huangdi united all of China under his legalist empire in 221 BCE. Qin Shi was obsessed with finding the secret to immortal life. So as he was going around China, he talked to magicians and alchemists who all claimed that they had the secret to immortality. When Confucian scholars were saying that these charlatans were scamming him, he had all the Confucians killed. Legend says that Qin Shi began drinking mercury in his wine, thinking that it was going to make him live forever. But of course, mercury is really poison, so he died. Thus, Qin Shi's quest for immortality was foiled by the greatest enemy of all, irony. But everything I just said was a lie. Maybe. Qin Shi Huangdi, China's first emperor, was a legalist and believed that human nature was inherently evil and selfish. To have an ordered society, he believed that the people needed a strong, authoritarian government that strictly enforced laws to keep them in line. Based on this philosophy, Qin Shi constructed a rigid, efficient bureaucracy that allowed him to conquer all of China and centralize his rule in a short amount of time. But Confucianism holds that all humans are naturally good, and a good state doesn't need to be authoritarian. If the leader behaves morally, the people will just follow the leader's example, like a child learning to walk by watching their parents. Qin Shi banned Confucianism in his empire. Anyone who disagreed with the state's philosophy could be put in jail or executed. Of course, Confucians hated Qin Shi for this, but in the end, they had the last laugh. Qin Shi Huangdi, China's first emperor, brutally suppressed Confucian scholarship. When he died, Confucians were jumping at the chance to push his legalists out of power. The new Han dynasty was smart enough to realize that Qin Shi's brutal authoritarianism was not sustainable, but they also couldn't give up the efficient, centralized imperial government he created. So they removed the ban on Confucianism, but kept all of the legalist policies in place. A century later, the Han Emperor Wu adopted Confucianism as the official state philosophy and banned legalists from the government. During this time, Confucian historian Sima Qian wrote down Qin Shi's ironic tale of drinking mercury for immortality. This leaves modern historians with a question. Did Sima Qian, who was employed by the Han Emperor that banned legalism, alter or invent the story of Qin Shi drinking mercury? With the discovery of mercury in Qin Shi's tomb, it seems likely that some version of Sima Qian's story is true, but it's a good reminder that the people we rely on as historical sources had biases and conflicts of interest too, just as we must get our news today in the 21st century from a wide variety of sources to get around biased media outlets. Historians must also always look for more evidence in order to back up the fantastical tales of our past.